For this part of video, I'm going to explain to you about the recurring decimals. Okay, if you see over here, there is a dot. Okay, above the 4 we have a dot over here, which means that your value will be 0.44444444 and the 4 is a non-stop. Okay, so this is we call it as a recurring decimals. So now I'm going to teach you the simple way how to convert the recurring decimals into a fraction form. So now if you can see, we have like a one decimal place, right? So we just have to take the 4 over 9. So if you type this in your calculator, you will be getting recurring decimals of 0.4. So we have like 0.4444 and so on. So if we have these two decimal place, so we just have to replace the number, okay, and we just have to go and put here 99. Two decimal place stands for 29, so we just have to put here 21. So it's the same thing. If you're going to type this number here in your calculator, you will be getting a recurring decimals of 0.212121 and so on. Okay, now look at here this part. We have here 6, 5 and 7. So we have to put here 9, 9, 9, and on top of this we have to put the number here. So 6, 5 and 7. That's all guys. Okay, so now let us go to the a bit harder version. Okay, so here I just will be repeating, it's the same. So will be, you have a two decimal place, right? So just put that 39 over 99, and here we have the three decimal place over here. So we have 999, and when we just have to put here 6, 5 and 8. Alright, so here we have a three decimal place, so we just have to put here 999, and here you have 2, 1 and 2. So if you type all this value in your calculator, you will be getting recurring decimals. Okay, now let us go to the next one. Okay, when you have this type of question, you cannot do the previous, we cannot use the previous method. Okay, because if you use 21 over 99, you will be getting 0.21212121 and so on. But here the question here is, the repeated number is only this part, the 1. So which means your answer is supposed to be 0.2 and 1 is in a repetitive mode. So which is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So for this we have a different type of calculation. So which means that, okay, so I'm going to replace this as a x. Okay, so I'm going to make it as a x, 2, 1. Okay, now it looks like an I, so I make it as a 1. Okay, now I'm going to multiply this with both with number 10. Okay, when I multiply with number 10, what happened over here is you'll be having 2.1. Okay, 2.1. Okay, now I'm going to multiply it again. This is the step 1. Okay, this is the step 1. And the step 2 here is I'm going to multiply with 100. Okay, I'm going to multiply with 100. This is multiplying with 100. So when I multiply with 100, I will be getting here 21.1. The behind number is the repeated numbers. Okay, so I'm going to take this and minus with this one. So let me rearrange it. Okay, now I have rearranged it accordingly. So we have to minus this, both of this, and make sure when you minus, you have to properly eliminate this behind part over here. Okay, so Now 100 minus with 10, we are getting here about 90x equals to 21 minus with 2. So we are getting here about 19. So which means that the behind one will be deleted automatically. So now we have 90x equals to 19. So we just take the 90, we move there. So now you can press in your calculator that we will be getting the recurring number of this. Okay, now let us try another example. Okay, the same thing over here. So here you'll be getting 0.6252525. So only this number will be repeated. So now we are going to replace substitute. Let's say we just use A is 0.625. The 25 is repeated version. Okay, now we just multiply with 10. So maybe this time I'm going to write it down here. So 10A. Okay, so if I multiply with 10, here you have like 6.25. Okay, so now I cannot multiply with 100 because, okay, let's say I multiply with 100. I'll be getting here about 62.5. So you look at here this part, so you will have a balance and you cannot properly eliminate it. So what happens now? I am going backward and I'm going to multiply 1, 2, 3. So which I require about 1000. Okay, now we're multiplying with 1000. So now we have there 625.25. Okay, so when we minus these numbers, okay, when we minus these numbers, we are going to eliminate this whole thing. Okay, so it will make the calculation is much more easier for us to obtain the fraction. So 1000 minus with 10, we are getting here about 990, and here we got 625 minus with 6, so we should be getting here 619. So the A here 990 will be divided, will become divide. So now if you press this in your calculator, you'll be getting the same answer as this. Okay, so I hope you learn this